This episode of Mob Rules is brought to you by the Tyrannus Owners Club.
I don't get it.
That's it. They paid me to say that.
Oh, fair enough. What the fuck is a Tyrannus? I'm gonna start with that one there.
It's a night house.
It's an Imperial Night House.
It's the best Imperial Night House.
It was the best Imperial Night House.
It is.
Prior to the frequently
But wouldn't
asked
then
questions.
that be like a Tyrannus Knights Owners Club?
No, they just call themselves the Tyrannus Owners Club.
Yeah, they did a display at Forge World at Warhammer World.
It's like $1 million worth of knights or
dude,
something like that.
It was insane.
Oh no, I saw that picture. It was pretty rad. Well, if you have a fruity little club and you want Dave to shout you out, let us know, and we will. Welcome to Mob Rules, episode 90.
Whoa!
Are you counting the half one?
Milestone.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a half one, Danny and I, Dave. I don't know if you noticed, because this goes.
I didn't listen.
This goes out on the internet.
I wasn't on it, so I don't care.
This goes out on the internet, which we know you don't get with your advanced age.
It's not true. I've got an iPhone 1.
No, dude. He just types Google in the search bar, google.com, so that it can go to Google so it can search for something.
I use.
He types into Facebook.
I go into Bing and I type in Google. Please use Google to search.
He uses Lycos to search for things.
He goes into Facebook and types in how to find Mob Rules.
And it posts as a comment, and then everybody's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, but Danny and I kind of got together, and from what was going to be like just a quick little overview of the Orc Codex.
Which was why I wasn't there. Plus, I hadn't seen the Orc Codex because these two stole it and then kept it.
Yep,
we did. Well, I
You're
did.
never getting it back.
No, you will never get that back. But yeah, we did a small 2.5 hour episode.
A short, concise 2.5 hours.
Concise 2.5 hours talking about Codex Orcs.
And I listened to it, and aside from the old people jokes you kept throwing at me, even though I wasn't there,
Just once.
No, it was like 3 times actually.
No, you're misremembering, Dave. It happens often with your advanced age.
Are you sure you just didn't accidentally rewind it a bunch of times?
I might have.
Yeah.
What's this button do?
Why is the pause button 2 backwards triangles?
But it was actually pretty solidly clear and concise. Like it was 2.5 hours long, but it was 2.5 hours of solid Orc, info.
And we even missed a bunch. There's some combos that have come out the past few days. Tractor cannons. If you get the chance to buy those on eBay today, go right ahead.
Yeah, dude, you should
buy your store out of tractor cannons because those things are broken as hell.
Yeah,
enjoy them for 2 weeks before an FAQ fixes them. but right now you have a unit that's 2 shots?
Just one.
Oh, just one shot, but strength 8, AP -2.
Yep. D6.
D6 damage. Automatically hits.
Yep. And if you're a vehicle and have the fly keyword, it gets effectively melta no matter what the range is. So it rolls 2 dice for damage and takes the best one.
But I mean, luckily it has the short range of 48 inches.
Right.
So,
and there's more. If you blow up, if a vehicle has crash and burn and you kill it with it, it automatically crashes and burns. You don't have to roll, so it just blows up.
Yeah, it's pretty
good times.
Bye-bye, Eldar flyers.
Yeah.
So that Wave Serpent spam list, John, how's that going?
So that Wave Serpent spam list I've been busily assembling and painting is that I almost pushed it into the trash can. I'm like, meh.
Yeah, we've only got 4 real Orc players up here.
Or you're going to have a lot more soon, but you're going to see me deploy my army, my Orc opponent deploy their army, and then me focus firing 2,000 points of Eldar into 4 Grot models. Stay the fuck away!
They have to die immediately.
Yeah, ignoring Eldrad or Wave Serpents or Dire Avengers or Dark Reapers or that's my side, but still.
Sure. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So before I listened to the podcast, I stopped by our local friendly local game store, and I walked in, and the only thing I saw sitting there were a bunch of things for Orcs, and I said, oh, now I know what's going to be good. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, well, Danny must have been in and ordered some of this stuff because I see that you ordered extra of it and it's sitting here. So
yeah, Gene does, our local store owner does our orders based on what Danny pre-orders sometimes.
Hey, Gene, can I get a bunch of this outdated unit? Why? I just want a little bit of it.
The problem is I don't know. I don't think trucks are that good. I just ordered.
No.
I ordered trucks and I ordered boys, right? But they were out of boys because they're apparently reboxing them.
Yeah, rebased
32s,
on the 32s.
With 32s. So, which good. That means I don't have to use any of my extra 32 millimeter bases on my models because I'm not a dirty cheater.
You're not about that.
Yeah,
I am about that. I'm
I know
not
you are.
rebasing 200 fucking boys. Not for a cheating perspective,
I get
but
it.
on a that's a lot of boys.
it's a lot of boys.
Just buy some 32s and just or buy get yourself a jig cut out to make 32 pieces of wood and buy some thin plywood and cut out circles.
That
and then
sounds
glue
like
it
a
to that.
super fun thing to do for 200 models.
It wouldn't take as long as you think it would.
Sounds pretty easy.
Making 200 circles with a jig.
No, you pay somebody to do that for you. There's all kinds of companies.
there's
where you
tons of
can buy
homeless people
those
around
for
here,
super
John.
cheap. Oh,
Take this
sure.
power tool.
Yeah, here. I'm going to lock you in this. I'm going
gonna go to the
I'm gonna
guys-
lock you in this woodshed.
Well, will work for food is what your sign said. So let's get to work
Like,
here.
excuse you, sir. I have a tournament coming up, and this is only a 2-color minimum. Your sign said will work for food. You're not getting shit till that third color goes on. Succinct lines.
Yep.
Shading. But yeah, Danny, what have you been up to? In fact, no, let's do Dave.
What? No.
You've been the longest since you've been on the show.
Yeah, I was just on last week, dude.
Well, the only thing I've been up to is I was prepping for a tournament this past Saturday, and that I did not get to participate in because I laughed at Danny in front of my wife, and
Oh man, karma.
That's good.
so Danny was going to play in this tournament, and then couldn't because his wife said, "No, you're going to go hang out with us and play board games instead, or something."
Yep, that sounds.
Use
that's pretty
that
accurate.
rad wife veto.
And I was laughing at it. Jess said, "What's funny?" And I said, "Danny can't play in the tournament because his wife said he can't." And she goes, "Wait, we can do that?" And I went,
No.
"No." She goes, "That's good because your daughter's got a Halloween concert tomorrow at 3."
Oh, man.
And I went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then I planned on going, but like last minute, like the day before, my boss comes up to me and was like, "Hey, do you remember about Trick or Treat Street?" And I'm like, "Absolutely do. We do them." I'm like, "Oh, I will." And then I had to Google what Trick or Treat Street was, and then I'm like, "Oh." So I had to hand out candy to children for like 4 hours, and it wasn't even out of a van; it was just regular candy.
So it was like,
So
it
not-
wasn't like a typical Saturday for you then.
No. But no, it was super cool. And it was just me. I did the asshole grown up thing where if I liked your costume, you got more candy. And if you were just there in like your regular clothes in the trick or treat bag, you got milk duds.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what though?
Should have given him a hard candy
That's a fair.
instead.
The Werther's original.
No, not a Werther's. No.
Sorry,
Like-
I know that those
Whoa.
are like your favorite. Candy.
Whoa. First off,
First
that's
off,
just an unfortunate stereotype that happens to be true with me.
first off, in the next break, I'm going to download a drum like ba-doom-ts.
Oh, I really
Sound
like
effect.
that.
You
Yeah.
don't have a rim shot?
Rim shot. Yeah. Well, that's You'd like that, wouldn't
Yeah,
you? Dave?
we would like that, Dave.
I'd love to give you a rim shot. So Friday night, before I discovered that I wasn't going to the tournament, I came up with a grand plan that I actually wanted to run Guilliman and Celestine. And I'm leaning more and more towards Celestine and being a regular inclusion. She just feels like she kind of fills a hole in my army that
What hole is that? Not jokingly, seriously. What
right.
hole does she fill?
Obviously, even
wasn't-
though
wasn't like a
Danny's losing it at that.
I'm trying not to. It's
It
hard.
wasn't a sex joke. I'm legitimately interested
Right.
about how she fits in.
So the Custode Guard army that I've got
That one was on purpose. I'm
folds-
sorry, Danny.
folds her wings down. So the Custode Guard.
How does that work with doors? Like, does Celestine just hang around outside of the building while they're making the battle plan? Because
She shouts, "Hey, can you hold the map to the door?"
Could you guys speak louder? I can't
'Cause
hear you.
I don't
Why does
feel
she have
her.
a voice like that, Dave?
Yeah,
She's a female.
dude. It's 2018.
and,
come on,
and
man,
John
come
didn't
on.
hit the bass increase so that it made me sound manly for a change.
Yeah, that's just
There's
what
not
Dave
enough
sounds like.
bass
Yeah.
on the board for that, Dave.
That's just what Dave sounds like before I base him down a bunch. But yeah, no. What does Celestine do for your army?
Well, she creates a giant target that keeps them from taking out my bikes, my Custode bikes, which I'm going to be fielding a ton of.
Okay.
Okay.
She also has the ability to pop back up anywhere on the board if I don't have Germany.
The Gemini.
Gemini. Yeah. If I don't have those, then she can pop up anywhere I want on the board on a 2-up,
Okay.
which makes her automatically better than Guilliman.
Well,
Well,
I mean, as far as resurrection,
I mean that's
they both can only do it once.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Guilliman's a 4-up.
But it's like saying
Yes.
that
So-
a hammer's better at hitting a nail in than a wrench.
Yeah.
They're both useful tools. Just
But Guilliman by himself is great if you're running a bunch of other Ultramarines.
Sure.
If you're not, he just doesn't fit in that well.
no.
yeah. Well,
I mean, he's
He-
tough, but he has
he
to
ha-
slog across the battlefield.
he's good with armies that don't get natural rerolls, right?
Yeah.
So he can get 2 reroll ones within 12 inches and get +1 to
It-
assault distances.
Yeah. He basically becomes a captain and a lieutenant.
And especially, I mean,
Imperium.
he's pretty overpriced
Which-
if you're not using Ultramarines, but like he saves you a bunch of command points on rerolls. And that's right, especially when we're looking at a time where endless regeneration of command points isn't a thing. He comes with bonus command points and he saves you some
Yeah.
with natural rerolls.
If he's your warlord, you get 3 extra command points, and you get grand strategist for free. So
I did see a pretty cool battle report where a guy was running Guilliman and like 9 armigers, and that was pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
that sounds sexy.
+1 to charge.
That sounds
and
like my
reroll
kind of
ones
list.
to hit. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oof.
2 different models, the perfect Dave list.
Yeah. Said the guy who's running
technically
Wave
3,
Serpents
right? I
and
mean-
Dire Avengers.
He has other stuff like Rangers and Psychers.
Maybe not Rangers anymore.
Oh.
I only have 1 unit of Rangers now as opposed to 3 since that I don't want to fill my deployment zone with snipers.
Sure.
Basically, she just makes another. She's better than 2 custode bikes, right? Which is the point.
I'm
difference.
gonna
that it
say
would
though, for me, looking at that army, if I have the choice between shooting custode bikes or Celestine, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out those bikes.
be. Yeah, then Celestine's going to get in your face and wreck your balls off because Celestine can cast Acts of Faith on herself, which allow her to be able to move twice in
Okay.
a turn, and she is a close combat. Well, she's fairly good in close
you
combat.
might not even be able to shoot her anyway.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, so
So she gets in your face and starts wrecking stuff up while the bikes are getting over there.
I think she's a really good distraction unit. My problem is just that she bleeds a lot of secondaries. Like if you put Headhunter on her, that you're going to get 4 Headhunter points pretty much always.
Why 4 headhunter points?
because when she comes back to life,
Every
Yeah, but there's
time
only one.
every time she takes 2 wounds, you get a secondary point,
Okay, but she's only got 7, so I mean.
but
if
when she dies and comes back,
yeah,
and then I get more. And if there's Gemini with her, then I can kill them and get the same points because it's all 1 unit.
yeah, I'm actually thinking about running her without them.
Oh, okay.
it's pretty solid.
I think
I mean,
you should run her with
for,
1
for
if you're-
20 for 25 points each. They're actually pretty solid, solid unit. But the problem is that she can't then advance and they can't advance because they're all 1 unit, aren't they?
Yeah, so they get
got
one
unit,
active
so they
faith
get the
together.
active
I think it's
faith.
really worth it to take both of them, but that's just me.
I mean, I'm thinking about it,
It's 250 points though, so I understand.
but I've started painting on her already, so
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's a rad model.
For sure.
she's a pain in the ass model. Actually, those 2 strands to hold her up, that was the
It was
dumbest
kind of
idea.
the start of the GW.
floaty.
Let's make beautiful miniatures that are ridiculously impractical to transport phase.
Okay, that's fair.
It's all good.
It helps if you have a Magna rack. I think that's the way to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like all that stuff is really good
Well,
on the
you're-
Magna rack.
I'm really worried though that even with a Magna rack, if you got the base locked down, something happens. She gets jostled around too hard, and those cloth air quote strands snap, and then you're just.
It's got to put a
Bummed.
rod in her foot.
I'm just saying, I brought my entire
How
Eldar
did you
army
ever
down
get
to
your wife
LVO.
pregnant? It doesn't go in the foot, John.
if you, yeah, I don't want to go into
No,
like that.
yeah. But yeah, you used the Magna rack, right?
Yeah, I used it to go down to Vegas last year, and that worked out really well.
Because you had like 8,000 foot dar, right?
I had a lot of Eldar on foot, like 100 models, and 2 tanks, and a bunch of bikes. So, and swooping hawks, none of them broke.
Oh, that was weird.
Snapping my
I
headphones.
don't know how, but yeah. I ordered my LVO transport case, if you will. We're not going.
Nice.
We're not going Magna racks just because it's.
Too bourgeois for you?
Well, no. We're taking down 2 Imperial Knights for the night joust on Friday night.
Oh, okay.
Plus the rest of the stuff that we have. So I ordered the big case, the biggest case that they make, basically, and it basically is a suitcase with the little hand roller thing, so that.
Oh, yeah.
Is
I've
it big
seen
enough
those.
to take as a carry-on?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Is it
Yeah.
too big to take as a carry-on?
No.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used the right words that I failed to use.
Because I remember seeing one of those. We had an orc player locally who had one of those. It
Yeah.
took his whole army. And I think
Hunter has one too.
Hunter has one as well. And that thing is like not carry-onable.
Oh no, this one should totally be should be carry-onable, if you will.
You're not making sense.
Oh
Dave.
man, our speaking is on point tonight,
Woo,
boys.
yeah.
Thank God this is a video cast.
It fits 21 inches of foam, so it's
Just
20,
like your
23
mom.
inches tall. So it's not,
What?
it's a small suitcase.
Who uses? I don't know.
don't know.
If you shove it, if you fit enough in there
With enough force physics, man.
in that wizard sleeve.
So
Yeah.
you ordered your foam. You got Celestine, got some color slapped on her.
Yep.
What
Also
else
bought
got going
Bobby
on?
G so that I can run the repulsor list
Oh,
again.
nice. Did you just buy the Heroes of the Imperium box with all three of them?
No, that's two different sets.
They don't make it anymore.
They don't make it anymore?
I mean, they don't. You can still buy it at other places in town where nobody else shops if you are lucky. But
they have it all.
Celestine and Guilliman were in two different boxes. They were the big model from two different sets.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's true.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that was right, because
it was Call.
Celestine
Was
came
the
with
Witch
Call.
Hunter and Call.
Yeah. Too bad. Too bad.
And then Gilliman came with Voldus and Cypher.
Came with two models nobody
Two
wanted.
two models. Yeah. Gulliman plus Gulliman tax.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's about it. I've just been cleaning mold lines and trying to get paint on stuff. And I did a really shitty Kiss
Oh
parody.
yeah, you did
Oh,
that
yeah, you
music
did.
video.
Yeah.
I watched you dance around in the Orc mask for a while.
yeah.
I wasn't dancing. I was clearly playing instruments, sir.
Oh, okay, that's what you were doing.
I'm really enjoying the schizophrenic turn our little group in the podcast has taken, where Dave, you're making musical parody videos with Kiss and things like that, and then Danny and I are doing like in-depth codex reviews of orcs.
I know it's
And
so
I think
weird.
we launched them on the same day, if I remember, or like pretty much.
That sounds
So
about right,
I was
yeah.
planning on launching it on the same day, but I finished it and I uploaded it, and then I went to bed.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and went, "Did I schedule that? Oh
Yeah.
shit!
So-
It's just going."
I'm very much enjoing that. Just to be like, you guys don't talk any competitive stuff. Like, no, we did. We also did. You guys don't do any fun stuff. No, we did. It's just two separate things.
We did. It just didn't happen on the same day like it was supposed
So, have you gotten some good positive feedback?
Yeah.
to. Everybody all the people I interact with on a regular basis love it.
Sure.
So Danny's mom likes it.
I had-
You got that.
No, I don't interact with Danny's mom.
Yeah, nobody interacts with her. So they better not. They know what's good for them. All right, so
They're not paying for conversation.
I got some good feedback for it. Like I had some people say,
We had-
"LOL, link to this video," and like they liked it.
Where?
On like my competitive on my competitive chat when I posted a link to the orc review.
So let's some of the reviews we
Nice.
got here for your video here
No,
is
let's not.
10-year-old me thinks you're the coolest. The boys from Kiss have really let themselves go. And one, lol, awesome. That's okay.
That's great,
That's good.
Dave. You know what,
Oh, yeah.
Dave? I like it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we're proud.
it's not bad for hearing somebody say one thing once and going, "Well, that's
Oh.
going to be stuck in my head now."
Well, there's a song parody. It's way better than like my most commented on video, which would be like the
That's
fall
not
of
fair. I was going to say that's not fair. The Fall of Cadia.
the fall
which
of
is-
Cadia, which gets comments to this day, and they're all just infuriating. In
Oh
their
man, I'm
stupidity.
interested in this actually.
Okay, yeah. So here we go.
You're not.
So Crowley's sitting at 194 comments, 56,000 views.
Oh my God.
Well, because there's a lot of 40K players, and John made a funny and put it up there right at an important time.
I'm only salty that it was Abaddon that brought this about. They could have said a lone drunken chaos spawn found a secret planetary self-destruct button deep inside the planet and pushed it. That would have been less of a blow than losing Cadia to Abaddon.
Okay.
4 months ago, fucking Primaris ruined the story.
Okay. Randomly, really? Okay, cool.
Good old GW White Knight. Oh, in fact, this is probably just a podcast review for us now. Good old GW White Knight Apologists. It's a company that does no market research and completely insulates itself from the customer. They've driven out all the old talent and have yet to find replacements. They've caused significant damage to the value of their IP by blowing up the old world. GW has been a mess for years. It has only managed to keep going because of fan loyalty to the IP.
Man, that's like dated now, though, right?
That was a year ago.
Fall of Cadia, that was...
Man.
Was it only a year ago?
That was only a year ago as they're doing record numbers and posting record profits.
Wait.
After they announced that they were making Sisters of Battle as feedback to the fans saying.
No, it's got to be longer than that. Because a year
Fall
ago,
of
we
Cadia
were
was
playing
a year
8th
and a half.
edition.
Yeah.
Year and a half. Well,
But
but
that
his
was a
video
year
wasn't-
ago.
Yeah,
I did
his
my
comment
video
was a
like
year ago.
2 years ago.
That's yeah.
Interesting. Because, like, they did market research. Like they've done it. Like, they had a giant survey they had people
It's
fill out,
almost
which was
like
awesome.
It's salty rage that has
Man.
no basis in reality.
Oh.
So every now and then I go back and look at the comments on that video.
I liken that comment to
I would
being
do
like
that too.
MST3K, the movie, when they're sitting there and they're drilling through the hull of the ship. They're like, oh, we checked the calculations twice and then went ahead and did it anyway. You know, it's just
What I really like about it is it brings back a great memory because when I was editing, like putting the subtitles into that video and editing it, I was an hour and a half late for work that day. And I called and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be late. I got some stuff going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. Good memories. Not surprised I was fired from that job. But anyway, Danny, what have you
Come
been
on,
up to?
You weren't fired.
They reorganized the
you were
company.
you were reorganized
Reorganized
into
without
the
you.
unemployment line.
I've been building a lot of orc models.
Yeah.
I've got to get a lot of stuff ready for this weekend. So John and I are going to be playing in a 40K tournament this upcoming weekend, team event.
A dobles.
Dupe.
Yep.
Dupe.
I'm pretty excited.
Dupe. He's only excited because he's finally talked me out of bringing in our gargantuan squigga.
Dude, if you really want to bring the gargantuan squig, I'm cool with it. For real. Like, if you want to, like, I'm totally cool
I
with it.
keep on forgetting it's 1,500 points.
It's 1,500. No, it's
Yes.
not.
1,500
Yes, it
points
is.
a person.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the tournament is 1,500.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying
No, it's
squig
500
is-
points.
Oh, yeah, dude, bring it. I don't care.
Because I have that 1,000 points I put down.
Yeah, just bring it.
Oh,
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so excited.
Fill it with tank busters, though.
I'm so excited right now. Yeah. I've been the devil on John's shoulder trying to get him to bring the gargantuan squig, no matter what.
Because then if people won't shoot my buggies.
Well, that's the thing. It's a massive distraction to stop people from shooting the tractor cannons.
There you go.
Spoilers.
It's a shame. It's a shame that nobody will be able to hear this podcast to play in the tournament
Until it's already
We've
too
seen our
late.
numbers. Our main listeners are mainland U.S., the UK, and Australia. I encourage is like... If people would only listen before tournaments, they'd be like, "Oh, I know how to beat that fucking list."
Danny used to be a top ITC competitor before he joined Mob Rules, and then everybody listens to.
No, well, wait.
How is
hold on a
everyone
second.
figuring out my lists?
I would post my lists on Facebook like a week ahead of time, or like the night before on Friday, as
dude.
an intimidation tactic.
I
for
loved
like
you,
a year.
I left you big dick in it because there's one local player. It got under his skin every goddamn time.
Yeah, it made him not come to one event, which was hilarious. I mean, like, I was like, oh man, okay, well, I guess like I understand why you wouldn't want to if you were frustrated about it, but
And a big
whatever.
old puss.
Well,
You got to have fun. That's the
nobody's
important
perfect.
thing.
Anyway, so I've been building orcs.
Yes.
I've got before Saturday. Today is Tuesday, yeah, so I've got 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to build. I'm almost done with one truck. I've got 2 more trucks to build. I've got one shock attack or one shock jump dragster to build. I've got what else? 6 war bikes. And then on Friday night I'm gonna go early because Gene will give me hopefully the hookup on Friday night, and I can get like my codex and
Oh yeah, because you need that.
well, right. No, I mean I can pick it up day of. I don't care about that. But like I also will get the war trike and 2 of the jets. What are they?
Well, she does the pre-order stuff early if you pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Allegedly.
But 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
After 8.
so I'll just stay up till midnight. No big deal building stuff probably.
Yeah. Well, if you want help, I do have 3 war trucks and 6 war bikes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how you're getting along there. But like I was going through like my orc collection in my head. I'm like, I have all that.
I got the boys already done, so that's not an issue, and I got 3 bikes done.
I do think I'll be taking 90 boys.
Dude, yes.
Did you not
please.
own any bikes?
I didn't own any orcs at all. Again, I sold all my orcs, and then I'm rebuying them all.
God damn it, GW's Codex.
How dare you be
So
way
good,
better in the index?
so good that Danny has dropped everything to build and buy orcs.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for me to play an army that's a little bit more fragile-ish, right? And like a little bit more, or a little bit slower and close combat oriented.
So let me ask you this: seeing this Codex,
Sure.
has it made you want to take orcs to LVO?
I mean, we'll see where the meta's at after chapter approved, and then I'll decide. But that could very well be an option for me.
Somebody was saying that I read something earlier today that chapter approved is not due until January.
I would be shocked if that were the case. It's supposed to come out in December.
I still believe December. It might be late December, but I still see December.
I'm hoping it's December because January it becomes way too late to change anything for our doubles list. You know, it's just,
Sure.
It's like, well, we have all this painted.
Yeah.
Guess we're just 30 points over now.
Guess we're just screwed.
So, like, and it depends, right? Like, whatever chapter approved determines is gonna really shape the meta for like a month or 2 before the event.
Yeah.
Because LVO isn't until February, so even if it comes out in the middle of January, I still probably have time to make some adjustments, but I'll have to have picked an army by then for sure. So
Right.
I'm kind of fluctuating between taking Harlequins or Tyranids or Orcs. So those are kind of the choices that I'm thinking about.
Have you given any thought at all to Primaris Intercessor-based lists?
I mean, I have this really rad Dark Angels Intercessor list, and if for whatever reason Intercessors go down by like if Intercessors go down in points, then I would highly consider playing something like that.
That's another small rumor I've heard is that Primaris are getting a points adjustment.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That would be awesome.
Which made me go, oh my God.
If they went down to like 16 points, I would take that list.
I see like GWHQ.
So 3 points more for than a regular Space Marine? Or
Yeah.
are they 13 points?
Well, I think Space
Marines are going to go down 3 points.
I think they're going down 2 or 3 points.
Yeah. But you can see GWHQ. We're like, hey, are they buying Primaris yet? And they're like, no. Drop the points more.
The only people that are buying Primaris are the people that bought Conquest magazine. They're just getting all this awesome crap. So I'm ridiculously jealous of that.
Oh,
Not
man.
because I want. Well,
They get such a good deal on that stuff too. Like,
so
it's unreal.
it's all easy to build stuff. First off, so it's been resculpted to recatted in order to have pegs and stuff in it, like the Primaris librarian.
Which makes me be hopeful for like a cheap Plague Burst crawler.
It's in. Well, let's see.
They're doing what's it called?
Push fit.
The Myphetic Blight Hauler in this next one, which is a $30 kit.
25.
Oh, okay, but still, for how many pounds? Like 5?
Well,
6?
It's $7.99.
But it's kind of one of those ridiculous things where people are just going and buy 30 issues and then going onto eBay with them.
But
That's true.
The kit that comes out after that is one of the crates. The
Munitorium
yeah,
crates?
the Munitorium crates.
Oh, cool.
And like everything that comes with it. So
Nice.
I was
That's
like, oh, I thought the only thing I wanted was the special Primaris Lieutenant, which I got.
Sure.
Because people over there love me.
That's nice.
And I only had
Somebody's
to blow like
got
2
to.
dudes. So,
Yeah,
it's
fair
fine.
enough. Other things. Let's see. Did I play in an event? I feel like I watched an event because I couldn't play, as Dave alliterated earlier. Did I play? Did I play? No, I didn't play.
No.
the
Did you
Battle.
watch SoCal or Warzone Atlanta?
So let me talk about that for a minute because that's kind of an interesting thing. I didn't get a chance to watch the stream games, but I did hear some things from some of my friends who were able to watch that stuff. There was definitely some poor sportsmanship that was involved there, and I have been listening to kind of some of the media and looking at stuff, and I feel like it's being glossed over and or like normalized even in some of them, which is insane to me.
What is some of the kind of stuff you're talking
Yeah.
about?
So
Now,
I guess
are we talking SoCal or Warzone?
No.
Since
Sorry.
we're
I'm
both
talking
two
about
GTs that were going on this weekend.
No. Barnyard Brawl went on this weekend.
Oh, Barnyard Brawl. That's what I mean.
Warzone is this weekend. I
Okay,
think.
yeah.
Good luck, Phil.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck, Phil.
Do better than you did at Barnyard.
I'm sure he'll do great. Anyway, so there was an argument with with two really prominent players who are like top of their faction kind of players, and so there was threats of violence apparently. And I mean, it was a really hard argument, which is crazy to me.
Let's be honest. How really violent can two super nerds be?
I mean, I don't know. They
There's
don't
a
know
couple
what they're
slap
doing.
face. Somebody's going to knock somebody's
But
glasses
still,
off.
it doesn't matter. Like if it's you're rolling dice to decide what little bits of plastic do.
Right, exactly.
Maybe they're little bits of plastic to you, John, but to me, they're bigger bits of plastic because I play Primaris.
It's life.
Tiny
So-
Eldar.
But still, yeah, to get
Like-
to the point to threaten to hit someone because of what a dice did to a little piece of plastic.
And in addition to that, right? Like people saying like, "Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. We decided not to like kick them out of the event or whatever." Like, or saying, "Oh, that's just the way that it is when people are
Passionate.
when people are at the top tables in an event."
Passion
That's
and liquor store.
not a good way to like. That's just not a good way to like rationalize this or normalize
That's
this kind of
why
behavior.
I'm never at the top table of an event because I don't.
You don't ever
scream
wanna be
or
on the
threaten
stream,
to punch
yeah.
people.
No, like
Oh, sorry.
it's okay to be like forceful with your opinion. It's okay to stick up for something that's wrong. Like if somebody's playing something wrong, it's okay to say no and let's call a judge. But it's not okay to lose your cool and just be a total asshole about it. And so like that was just disappointing to hear because I don't want that kind of behavior to be kind of the norm at events or to be expected, because as somebody who like if I were just on the outside looking in and being like, oh yeah, I want to go to an event, and hearing about a story like that like would make me not want to ever
Hey,
attend something
I'm
like that.
bored. Let's watch this Twitch stream.
Sure.
Nope, not today. I will fucking punch you in the dick.
And there was
Oh.
there was a ton of cheating on the stream, I guess, and like
How are they? So this is what I don't understand. I can get it if somebody's cheating on a non-stream table, but so many people watch those streams and pay attention to stuff that when something is done wrong, people in the chat are adamant about
they
it.
go off the chain. So why is there not somebody paying attention to a stream game like that? Like I feel like there should be a judge like paying attention to what's going on, and if something happens like that, being proactive about it. Where is this judges players pack that's supposedly been talked about forever? Where is this document? It needs to come out, and we need to empower judges to be able to make rulings on stuff that are happening in games. When something is being played wrong, it needs to be adjusted immediately.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come out though.
So, probably not.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my soapbox. John, what are you up to?
Oh man, I've done very little. I read the Orc Codex. I built
Nice.
some Orc things.
Awesome.
Getting ready for the tournament this weekend. Again, I'm going to take just a whole shitload of boys. If Danny, if you're moving super fast, and you're
Yeah,
going to
buddy.
be all up in their face, and you're like, "Hey, look at me! Look at me! Look at me! And look at all this cool new stuff."
That's cool.
I'm just going to be kind of really advancing in the backfield with like 3 war bosses and hundreds of boys.
I'm just bringing 1,500 points
I
of
like it.
bikes so I can shoot literally all of your boys off the table in the first turn.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, yeah.
You don't have enough shots for that.
No.
With
Do you know
the
my-
bikes?
I went to a
Yeah, I do.
1,000. I went to a 1,000-point tournament.
I'm sorry, I do.
At Bosco's like a long time ago, like 7th edition or something, and like there's
So
people
long
there,
ago.
or like 6th or 7th. It was a few years ago, but they had like there was like Imperial Guard guy there who had like an all tank army, and there's all these like cheese like power lists, and I took 1,000 points of boys
Yeah.
and a war boss and a weird boy, and 1,000 points of boys, and I won 2 of my 3 games, including one against nothing but armored tanks in 6th
Yeah.
edition, where I couldn't wound them. But you know what I could do? Lock them so they couldn't move and fill the table. All games I had to leave 1 squad in reserve because they didn't all fit on the table.
Nice.
I was pretty happy. It was a good memory. Good old $20 a store credit for ruining someone's day.
I remember.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was good times.
So,
But yeah, I've been continuing my Wave Serpent slow builds and purchases. I think I'm still going along with that. I think it's wrong to be like, oh, because one army can really fuck me up
For now.
for now.
Yeah.
Then, why, I'm not going to change course entirely on
For
it.
sure.
oh God. Sorry, I was just thinking repulsors have the fly keyword. So wait, never
Yep.
mind.
You're boned.
Wounding on 4s.
Crap.
You're lucky they're grots and they don't have any culture, so you got to expend command points to make them reroll stuff.
Yay.
Because if they were death skulls, they would be
Yeah.
Broken AF.
dead. Yep.
Dead in the water. But yeah, so I started pulling my orcs out for this weekend. I started kind of getting my Eldar together. I got my order in for my Shining Spear arms from... Oh gosh, what were they called again?
Did you get it from Cromlech?
No, not Cromlech. It was the other one. It was
Puppets of War.
Puppet War. Yeah.
Puppet
Yeah.
War.
So I got 10 Shining Spear arms, so I can make some new jet bike Shining Spears as opposed to the old school kind of sitting regally in your chair.
Sure.
As you're zooming
Lording
like
over.
3,000 miles an hour, and you're just very calmly sitting in an upright position the whole time.
Like
That's how
the
good their
lore
technology
was,
is.
they didn't need to see anything to steer. They could like hear the difference in the thrum of the engines over
Yeah.
the ground and like tell how high they were. And they control the thing by one hand, like over a trackball. I'm pretty sure it's a
Wow.
trackball.
Oh man, that would be amazing because I would just imagine like before the battle, them unscrewing the trackball, pulling it out, and like blowing the dust out of the
Taking
the
a
sensor.
Q-tip with some alcohol and like cleaning off the sensors.
Blessing.
It's one of the mouse balls where you just got your thumb on the thumb ball, so you're just moving around that way and clicking the two buttons to fire.
Right.
Oh wait, your mouse ball has buttons. What kind of borgy shit is this?
Oh, and I have to slam the mouse ball down.
Oh.
Do you know there are people at my work who use trackballs? It weirds me out so much.
Dude, I don't
Are
understand.
they
it.
older people?
Yeah, dude.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wait, are they? What game is that? Are they playing Breakout from the '80s in the arcade? Is that what's happening?
No, Dave, we're at work, so we don't play
is
games.
Oh god.
Some of us have to actually work at work, Dave.
All right, I've been to your work and seen you, so that's not true. Never been to your work and seen you though.
But that's probably not true either.
It's probably not
Yeah.
true
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all I've been up to. But we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk some more about Orktober.
Do you like cookies but want something more British? Buy biscuits. Not like those you have for gravy. British biscuits. For dunking in your British tea. Stiff upper lip guaranteed. Biscuits. As recommended by Queen Liz of the Britons.
Oh man, look who refreshed the ad palette right here.
Look at you.
just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
who recorded that for us?
That was Gav Thorpe who recorded
I was gonna
that.
say it sounds like I
Amazing.
thought it was
Yeah.
Gab Thorpe.
Yeah, and so yeah, he wrote and sent that to us there for about 2.5 years ago. So I was like, yeah, I'll start playing that again. Sorry, whistling commercial, you got bumped. Hey,
Oh man, we didn't get no whistling this week.
You know what?
God.
We asked Peter for a new
he
ad,
said he's working on it. I
and
guess.
he sent us a nasty voicemail
yeah,
instead.
send us a nasty voicemail instead. I do have more voicemails, but
Oh yeah.
per popular request, we'll have those at the end, and not messing up the quality of the audio in the center. Which I love that people care about how we sound and not the content of what we say. But yeah, Orktober, but a little differently, Christmas in Orktober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, GW started to preview all of their Christmas stuff, and
I'm
no one is
excited.
losing their shit about Christmas in October.
You
But
know-
man, only released 6 new kits in the army book.
7.
Lose your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about this in the past, and you guys talked about it on the supplemental, and it's just
I'm sorry,
they
I
got
think
more.
you mean episode 89.
That's right. I mean episode 89. the one where Dave was not here because he
No,
thought you were doing something completely
We
different.
need
No,
to
we-
title our episodes like
We
that.
we told you to come
Oh,
over, and you just got lost on the way because of the dementia. But anyway, yeah. So October, Dave.
So they got more new kits than most other armies. They got an awesome codex. So people that are upset that
But
October didn't
Dave,
happen till the
it's
end.
only stupid buggies, and I don't get my Primork / new track / big vehicle / new knob model.
So you were hoping for a prime orc, a big orc that also had tracks for legs and a knob riding in a like master blaster.
I mean,
from,
I was being sarcastic,
Ooh.
but that shit sounds really cool.
it
So
does
yes,
actually now that I think about it.
now I'm mad that I didn't get that.
wonder
And
if
that's
I
how
could-
October
Hold on.
happened, pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. Someone said something that would be really cool, and someone else went, that would be really cool, and it never happened. And they're like, well, no, I'm mad that that didn't happen.
So it's one guy was standing at Starbucks and overheard 2 GW guys talking loosely. Dude, wouldn't it be cool if there were Primorks like from the Beast of Rises and somebody went,
oh my
I
god,
gotta
they work
get on
at
the inter- I
GW,
gotta
not
get on
knowing
the
that it's
internet.
like the janitorial department. They're
just-
like, wouldn't it be cool if this happened?
It's one guy that says instead of the Warhammer TV community logo T-shirts they have on the stream, it was like Warhammer janitor community. You know,
and it's just like the custodian's
Yeah.
eagle. That's a callback for several
Custodian
episodes.
guard. Yeah.
But yeah, they started announcing some of the Christmas kits coming out of there. And
oh, some of them so good, so good.
And I was scrolling down when they were doing like the paint handles, and I could almost see Dave's erection getting bigger and bigger with each new handle and accessory.
First off, you were still asleep when they announced it. I'd already made a meme and sent it out because I saw
That was
it.
fast.
Sir, non-watermarked memes are my foray.
Somebody was like, "Oh, they've announced the Christmas stuff," and I went, "Who cares? The Christmas? No offense, GW, but your Christmas stuff is usually not really a deal. No offense, and garbage. You're just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff that you're not usually using. So, I imagine my surprise when I'm scrolling through and I see what is obviously they're reading my Christmas list because an XL painting handle, oh baby." Being able to paint a
A
fucking
normal
Redemptor
painting
Dreadnought.
handle just isn't big enough for Dave anymore.
I need a bigger guard. I'm losing it. But yeah,
He doesn't
no,
have.
they have
His toys don't fit in the smaller handles.
right.
the being able to paint stuff is like a Redemptor Dread and not having to hold it by the
Sure.
base or Guilliman, something that otherwise it tanks the repulsor base. It fits the repulsor base. So,
Right.
I could hold that if I wanted to, but painting a tank is a little bit different. But, it's having another thing to help me.
But Dave, is
be
there
better at
also
painting.
a painting handle that looks like it has 2 anal beads coming off the side of it?
With nipple clamps.
So let's slow. I busted my nut already over the big one. Let's go back and actually talk about the stuff that they have going on for the
Phrasing.
Christmas release.
Yeah, phrasing. God damn, Dave, you're so rude.
We're not doing phrasing anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, what have they got here
All
for
So
Christmas?
coming for Christmas, Space Marine Heroes Season 1, which is the the blind boxes that did really well in Japan with regular Space Marines. And I know that doesn't appeal to a lot of people, but
They're cool models.
They're cool little collector's pieces with decorative bases and other stuff like that. They're and if you buy a whole box, it comes in a big cardboard rhino,
Right.
which is kind of cool in by itself.
That was a smart marketing ploy right
It really
there.
was. I kind of want to buy just 2 of the rhino boxes and maybe cut like a hole in them, fill them with like some nice soft, fur or something, and turn them into big old rhino slippers. Wear them around the house.
Oh, that is not where I thought you were going with that.
Wow. I didn't want to fill it with pie.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you said like some soft rabbit fur, and then I was like, what is going on? Anyway.
So
Sorry.
So Space Marine Heroes is coming out, season 1, and they actually called them seasons, which because they've
that's
got
weird.
next year's is
Sorry,
season.
I was late on this here.
I don't know what we were late. Wait
What-
on.
what's
I wasn't.
happening?
When am I waiting? No.
No, you can go.
All right. So, season 2 is the Terminator.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Season 2 was be out next year, obviously for Christmas. Is the red colored Terminators.
Yeah, the Blood Angels.
The Bloods.
Yeah, they look
Well,
really nice.
They're
too.
actually
yeah.
not bloody. They're
different
iconography
chapters.
on them. Yeah.
Oh.
Because the person who did the preview set in Japan, she put up the stuff on Twitter, like of the painted set, and they're really nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So you got that, and then they announced a bunch of terrain sets. They've got, which by the way, if the prices that I've seen for these are actually accurate, they're kind of really good deals.
So what we got?
All right, so you got the for 40K, and you can use the other stuff for 40K too, the Age of Sigmar stuff. But you got the Thermic Plasma Nexus, which is just the pipes, the plasma reactors. It's basically more Star Wars Armageddon, Shadow Wars Armageddon stuff that that came with the box set.
Okay.
So you can make, but it's enough to do a whole table's worth.
Really?
That's really
Yeah.
good. Well, what did they define table as a 4x4 or a 6x4?
Or a kill team table.
Or
geez.
microphone kick?
Calm down there, killer.
No,
so
this
excited for
So excited for Christmas.
so excited for Thermic Plasma Nexus under the
gotta
Christmas
get
tree.
Oh man!
Dear Santa, John's been very good this year.
Please bring me a
False.
thermic plasma
False.
Nexus.
I saw what you did, John.
And then they've got a Munitorum munitions hub, which is crates, cranes, barrels, trailers for the crates, actually, so that you can put the crates on them to roll them around. So 2017's greatest model comes to making a whole shipyard table for you, basically.
Sorry, a shit yard?
Shipyard.
So Crate and Barrel, the box set.
Yes. If the amount of stuff that's on the front of the box
Battle
is,
zone, no line of sight block.
That was really good.
Thank you. I get real fucking salty if there's no line of sight blocking on my tables.
Yeah, for real.
gonna send 2 of those kits up to Fairbanks. So it's okay. Nobody listens up there anyway.
It's fair.
So it's
don't think
this
that's true.
is rumored to be at about $100 for this.
Oh,
okay.
And if what's on the front of the box, the amount of stuff that's on the front of the box is actually what's in it.
pretty good.
This is actually a smoking deal
Oh, yeah, those seem good.
because it's 2 of the old hauler with the crane that they did.
Oh, the
single
servo
kit.
hauler?
Yeah, the servo hauler. 2 of those with the cranes. It was something like 12 crates.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then, tons of barrels and ammo crates and stuff like that. But the thing for me that I've never seen before is the crate wheels, which basically is what it looks like.
They came with the crane set.
Did they?
Yes. So they 2 of those came with the original crane set because I picked that up.
Okay.
But they're still super cool. You can make yourself a train.
Yeah, I love trains, so I got a mad hard on for making a train out of that stuff. Especially seeing after seeing the Christmas window display of the GW Hull with the big old train rolling through
I know someone who's afraid of trains.
because it killed his mom.
Right. Well, I don't know the backstory.
We don't
back
know the
alley.
backstory.
Yeah.
The background to that in Red Dead Redemption 2, I called my horse after one of my friends. And when he asked why, I said it was because they were both afraid of trains. And I refused to explain any more than that.
He may or may not now be afraid of trains.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's fine with trains now. Real
you
life
sure?
Josh isn't, though.
Oh, the horse is fine.
The horse is fine.
Yeah.
This is what I was scared was
so
going
I
to
shouldn't.
happen.
I
The
shouldn't
confusion.
keep drawing train pictures of an engine with a knife standing over Josh's bed and then texting it to him.
Their Native Americans Day was 2018. but what else comes in your line of sight kit?
That's about it. But
That
it
was a great play on words.
it
Thank
really
you
was.
very
And
much.
I hate you because I had no defense against it.
No. What are you going to do about it?
yeah.
It just ends the conversation.
Basically, shit. All right.
Something.
So the Azurite Ruins is another box. Of
Yeah.
The Azurite Ruins is just multiples of the Azurite Ruins that they did.
Which are
Which
cool.
were still really
They're cool.
great
They're really
sets.
good, and they would be very good for
I have them in a
40K,
box.
but
Sure.
they're
Yeah.
not necessary. They also re-releasing Wildwoods,
Which,
with more trees in it.
As a
3-pack.
Sylvanath player,
Yeah.
you can never own enough Wildwoods.
So
It's true. They're
that's good.
just as irritating now, but in multiples of 3.
And then for the
Does
last,
that mean they can summon like 18 a game?
Dude,
Ugh,
they can summon a lot
stupid.
of them.
Oh,
it's
time
dumb.
to start Sylvanath.
Well,
Word.
okay. And the last one is the Sector Imperial Sector, which is just a
Sorry,
more,
did you say Sector Imperial ass?
2018?
that's
what I
Native
heard. God.
Americans.
It's what?
I don't know.
Got
Does
him.
it work?
Don't like that. I don't think that joke works like you think it works.
We're all laughing. So I beg to differ.
All right, good
Fair,
job, Dave.
fair. All right, good job.
so
proud of
the
you again.
Sector Imperialis Imperial Sector Kit is just more of the same stuff you got in Kill Team. A lot more.
Isn't it just all the stuff you got in Kill Team?
I think it's more than that.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm not exactly sure because the picture is very misleading.
If
on the box.
they include the statues, I would definitely buy that.
Yeah, see, I'm
that'd be
going
cool.
to need to see more than that. The other two,
It's almost like this is a tease.
Yeah, well, it's
Those
a terrible tease.
teasers.
But it's also booking in at $130, so it's going to need
Worth
to be
it.
a lot.
Yeah,
Worth
hopefully.
it.
Because if it's only as much as comes in the Kill Team box,
Worth it.
just buy the Kill Team box.
To be
again.
honest.
So here's what I'm most excited about. Those army sets, those army deals that they're going
Yeah.
I want to see what they're going to be.
There are 10 of them this
Yep.
year, and they've previewed 2 of them.
I assume it's going to be 5 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Probably, but
So they've
nobody plays Age
previewed
of Sigmar anyway, so.
the Deepkin are getting a little very tempting box.
Yeah.
So the Deepkin is 3 Eel Riders, 2 of the
Alispexus.
that's what I said. Shark Boys. Two units of 10 Namarti Thralls and a Tidecaster.
No, it's actually 1 unit of Reavers, 1 unit of Thralls.
It's the same box.
No, it's not.
No.
They're for real.
Nope.
They're separate boxes.
I don't believe
You're going to have to trust us in that.
Dave, I'm
Just-
sorry, but
doesn't
you're
matter.
just wrong.
All right, so 2 units, 2 10-mana thralls, and a Tidecaster. Or a box of Reavers, which is the same thing. But the Death Guard one, so, I mean, the Ideneth one, I bought a bunch of Ideneth stuff before.
Okay,
And I
sure.
know that depending on how much this box set sells for, like if they have a flat sell price of what they're selling for, this is a pretty good box.
Sure.
The Ideneth
Yeah.
one.
I don't think you're an
the
authority of it,
Death
thinking that
Guard-
one box is the same.
Doesn't matter. They cost the same either way. The Thralls and the Reavers cost the same.
They do.
The same box. Same price. Sorry, not same box. Same price. That's what I'm trying to say. But the other one is they previewed as Death Guard.
Yeah,
Which-
that looks great.
Is it great? I mean, so you get 7 Plague Marines,
Yep.
5 Blight Lord Terminators,
Yep. A Plague Surgeon.
Tallyman.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Maybe it is the Plague Surgeon.
Pretty sure it's Plague Surgeon.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
And you
But
get...
either way, it's a $25 model. So
Right, yeah.
a Blight Drone and a Plague Burst Crawler.
Yeah, Plague Burst Crawler. Yep.
So, monetarily, like battle forces are usually all the same price, right? They go, this battle force is $300 and this battle force is $300, right? Every time they do this. So
Yeah.
$300 doesn't sound, I don't know what the price is. Like I said, this is something I don't have prices.
Well, I'm just
on,
saying, like, the retail on that particular box is almost all of those boxes are $50,
but- right. So you
except for the
Blight
character.
Drone is
Yeah.
40. Right?
And I think the
I think he's 50.
I think those boxes were like 175 or something last year, weren't they?
It sounds. I would say 175, 165. I wasn't sure.
165,
which one.
175 it
So
was
it's-
last year.
potentially really good because with the Ideneth, the Eel Riders are 60.
Okay.
The 2 Sharks are 50 each.
Right.
The Reavers are 40 each, right?
That sounds right. And then $20 blister.
25 for the
Oh,
Tidecaster.
she's 25.
Yeah, all characters 25. It seems like
Yeah, but still great deals.
great deals for
Yeah,
both of those. I
but-
can't wait to see the Primaris one that they're obviously going to do.
No, there'll be a Space Marine one, which is Primaris Heavy, I'm guessing.
That'd be cool as long as it doesn't come with a stupid repulsor.
It will, though.
Yeah, I know. I
think
just
you
just don't want it.
I think you mean 2017's best new model.
According to who? Dave.
Asking the real questions there, because
Fanfic I wrote earlier.
Dave
by
is
myself.
technically true if it's from his Primaris Tumblr page.
Yeah.
Where he reviews
Where he
just Primaris models.
Just
I'll
Primaris
have you know.
repulsors.
Right? Oh, it's just repulsors.
I've got it's
In Black Templar colors,
like
you
the,
can see it adds a nice little
this
nuance.
repulsor,
Yeah.
as you can see, has extra shading on the graph plates.
come on.
But
I'd be
the-
better than that.
But the wash is pooled.
It's a we perfect. It's a we rate Primaris. It's a we rate repulsors Twitter handle.
I just
people
want it
send
to
me
be-
pictures of repulsors and I rate them.
I just want it to be you looking at a monitor, and the shot is just
it
of
like
the back of the
repulsornot.com?
monitor and your face, and you're just like, yes, no, no, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
no lance
No.
cannons.
It's
No.
the Tinder of
No.
repulsors. Dave Twitter feed.
Dave's gonna make millions by making Tinder for repulsors.
How do they swipe against each other?
0 matches because
Really-
no one else likes repulsors.
I'm actually gonna
Oh.
go ahead and say I feel like this is a win because you said it was Tinder instead of the other option it could have gone with.
That's right.
I
It's
appreciate that.
2018, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have said it's grinder, but
They're called native repulsorkins.
Native repulsors.
So you've got the battle forces, and I can't wait to see what the rest of they've got.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's good. They're going to be good. And
I
then-
like that they're announcing all this stuff now, to be honest. I mean, I know I bitch about, it's Christmas and it's only October, but like, it's kind of nice knowing that stuff's coming.
Well,
Because we have some idea of stuff that's coming in November.
I want to tell my wife which one I want for Christmas.
yeah, you need to know now.
She's not going to get one for me. She's going to say, you have too many miniatures.
You're like, but it's not a miniature. It's a
And
butt
then-
plug with nipple clamps and anal beads on it.
That's for us,
Hold
baby.
on. How short are you that those clamps are reaching your nipples? Or how long are your nipples?
I'm assuming they're detachable from the butt plug.
I am
They are
assuming
not.
that they...
I mean, if you're breakable. Not the nipple. Wait.
I thought they were like a hilt
Yeah.
to keep it from getting too far.
Right. So that's...
It hugs
Or
the cheek.
Dave, maybe I'm really flexible. You don't know
Yeah.
me. You don't know me.
You don't
It's
know
true.
me.
I know that John is not flexible, however, so...
You don't know me. But yeah, it's exciting.
So yeah, there are also some paint sets, but the paint sets always book out at like the exact value of everything that's included. So while they're great for starter stuff, if you're just getting started or you need to buy all of the base paints because you somehow let them all dry out because you're a terrible person,
Sure.
it's really hard to get excited about that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so of the new tools they previewed,
Yes.
which we've already talked about, the best one.
Dave
which
is
the
my favorite
extra
one.
large Citadel painting handle.
Yes.
They also have a new water pot, which
I saw that.
I'm gonna
Said
need
it's
to-
the best water pot they've ever made.
Yeah, well, they say that about everything.
You know why it
And
is?
unless it's a painting handle, I can't back it up.
You know why it is? Looking at it, it's because it doesn't spill.
It doesn't look like that it doesn't spill.
I feel it's going to have a weighted bottom, and the angle's at it there.
Yeah,
and also,
it looks like it's like a little volcano.
yeah.
So the backside of it's got indents cut into it so that you can hang your paintbrushes into the water.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously they look like they're push fit, right?
Right. As
So it
opposed to
means
the ones that are on right now,
Right. Which are
which are just cutouts.
yeah. So they're kind of I don't know, but it
People
looks like
hang
it
their
should be.
paintbrushes in the water.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we're just over here living in 1818.
Huh.
Dave's living over here painting like it's 2018.
Yeah. So if you hang your paintbrush into the water and let it sit into the water, Danny, you can actually get the Fresnel clean.
Well, I use brush soap on my brushes, so like if
I just-
Oh, look at me! I can afford brush soap.
I just throw them away and go back to Michael's and buy more brushes.
Right. So do I usually, but
I just got some Winsor Newtons like last year, and that's been a huge like step up for me.
are they Series 7 or are they Windsor Newtons that you
Yeah.
can buy at Michael's?
They're
Because you can
Series
buy
7.
Windsor Newtons at Michael's.
They're Series 7.
I need to get better brushes.
Ooh, look at me! I can afford $100 brushes.
They're not $100.
Maybe
They're
you
like,
could have gotten a Battle Force if you hadn't spent
$15.
all of your money on Windsor Newtons.
I think I bought 3 of them for $40 on Amazon.
That's
so
not
Yeah.
possible.
It's possible.
Nope.
They have deals all the time. yeah.
Amazon Prime. Subscribe now.
That was a real subtle transition away from Christmas music
You're
there.
right.
My dog was very angry about it.
I was too. I just didn't want to say anything.
So angry right now. So there's one more thing, and that's obviously it's the other one. They're calling it the assembly handle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got those 2 robotic arms, and their idea is that you could paint in a sub-assembly, but I don't really understand. I'm looking at that, and if you're painting in sub-assemblies anyway, 9 times out of 10 you don't want the parts you're working on to be stuck right next to the part you're
okay.
actually painting.
Here's my counter to that because I have a good one. I think.
Okay.
I want to keep my model together because I want to make sure that I have the right arms linked to the right model, and I don't want to lose those.
All right, so you're saying you want to paint sub-assemblies a bunch of different guys, and then
I want to have like 10 of those handles for a squad.
well, you just wait until I tell you how much they are, and then you can make that decision.
Oh, do you know how much they are,
Yeah.
Dave? Oh, okay. How much
Yeah,
are they?
I have rumored sources, but the other part that they're saying about it is that you can use it to hold your model together while you're gluing it back together, so you don't have to hold it.
Oh,
and
okay.
let the super glue dry.
That's cool.
And that's kind of cool. But at the same token, I don't know that it's necessarily value wise. So when the first painting handle came out, everybody assumed it would be $20. Because it's
Right.
No offense, GW, but you guys kind of overprice your tools sometimes. A lot of them are really good, but $33 for a pair of clippers or however much it was,
Those are pretty expensive.
it's pretty expensive. So when $8 came out for the painting handle, I was like, I'm going to buy 40 of them, and I did. So the water pot's coming in at $8,
Okay.
which actually I was kind of like, oh, all right. I figured it'd be more expensive than that. The extra large painting handle is supposed to be about $12 to $13, $12.50.
That's reasonable.
For the extra large one, I think it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
However, the one with the arms is $18.
Okay.
And I just don't.
Do you know
I
what?
don't
You know
know.
what else
Worth-
is about $10? Would be a soldering clamp, which
Yeah.
is the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you
For
talking
like-
about a soldering clamp?
Yeah, whatever.
Or a fly tying
Okay.
clamp.
Our listeners in the UK know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I have one of those for holding stuff. And I like the GW one, and like having it someone who's assembled like Eldar Warwalkers in particular, where if I'm gluing it together, I want to hold those 2 pieces in place for like 3 hours. Having the option to do that is really handy. I would use it as an assembly tool rather than a handle.
Right. And I get that, but the average person, isn't going to buy it. I don't see it selling as well as the regular painting handle because I can't imagine wanting to own 5 of them for batch painting that way. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit. The extra large one, I'm obviously I need one.
I don't think you need more than one though, unless because many
I
people.
don't. I'm not batch painting Redemptor Dreadnoughts or Repulsors or anything like that. But that doesn't mean that I didn't pre-order more than one. So
Fair.
and the supposed release date is the 10th
Of November?
Yeah, for this stuff.
Oh wow, okay, that's coming up.
Yeah,
pretty
stuff's
quick.
coming up quick.
So they just kind of like boop, here you go.
Yeah.
Which surprised me because they said Christmas and I figured it was coming later. So
Sure.
Maybe just, everything's Christmas earlier every year. But also part of that kind of release schedule is the new Warhammer Quest. Warhammer 40,000 Quest? Warhammer Quest
I think
40,000?
it's just called Warhammer Quest.
Blackstone Fortress.
Quest.
And we're going to come right back. We're going to be talking about the titular item, and that is the Blackstone Fortresses and what exactly a Blackstone Fortress is.
Fear consumed my every waking moment. It wasn't rational, but there it was, ruining my life. Then one day I came across a book called How to Be a Cheating Asshole. From the very first chapter, it helped me to confront my fear head on. In a world filled with easy answers and cheap solutions, How to Be a Cheating Asshole showed me that the way out of my despair was to use loaded dice and not declare what I'm rolling. Its message was so strong and so real that it put me on the road to a happier, more fulfilling life. And it made my fear a part of my past.
Stop by your local retailer now for a copy of How to Be a Cheating Asshole, also available in audiobook, read by somebody who only sounds like Donald Trump.
I got a little too political at the end for my liking, but
Got a little too beer on the microphone and the iPad and the.
hey.
By the way,
when-
I'm more than a little like Donald Trump.
That's true.
Yeah, I found an old ad Danny did for us too.
He played that for me when I got here early before you got here, and he was like, check it out. He played it. I was like, I've been wanting to hear the Danny ad for like 2 fucking months.
Yeah. Sorry, whistling commercial.
All we're getting is that crappy whistling one that still makes us laugh every time because we're a bunch of idiots.
Oh,
Oh,
Earl Hagen, what?
No, all right. It's still there. It's still in the rotation. So
Blackstone Fortresses.
Yeah, Blackstone
Yeah.
Fortresses. Imperial battle palaces. Other kinds of fun stuff going on.
Are they
I mean,
Imperial?
Are they? So they're ancient, gigantic, mysterious structures
That look like an arrow.
that look like an arrow.
They have
yeah.
arrows
I mean,
on them.
They have
dude.
arrows on them.
Yeah.
If you're floating above it, though, it looks like a chaos symbol if it's done right.
These guys
sure.
predate the Imperium. They predate the kind of the Horus Heresy. They predate all the stuff. They're ancient. Probably old one structures. There's a lot of tech on them that's both Necron and Eldar.
That's what I thought. I thought they were Necron.
So, but in the center of every, just like a chewy chocolate, in the center of every Blackstone Fortress is a webway gate.
Huh. That's cool.
I mean,
And the Eldar have a name
Supposedly.
for them too, right? Stars of All or whatever.
Yeah, and they don't like them whatsoever.
No.
No.
they call them talismans of Vol,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
which I find funny because Talisman was,
Another board game.
the first Warhammer Quest, effectively.
Eh.
It was kind of the precursor to Warhammer Quest, if you
I would
will.
say Hero Quest was
Yeah,
the first
Hero
Warhammer
Quest. You know the best thing about
Talisman
Hero
was
Quest?
before Hero. Go check out that video.
Yeah, it's way better than any we have.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they were kind of weapons used during the War in Heaven, which was this like period of 40k universe history, where it was pretty much Necrons and Satan on one side, and old ones and whatever races they could create on the other side.
to make living weapons.
Yeah,
They're like, we're being punched too much. These green guys, go.
Yeah.
We're being unmagicked. Okay, elves, go. Sir Tolkien, Eldar, go.
They're supposedly rumored of to be basically for that battle, and then poof, done, gone. But so if they were around for Eldar, then how come the Eldar don't truly know about them? How it's not passed down.
That's
from
the
war
mystery.
To war. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was a long, long time ago. He gets lost in the thing.
after the Horus Heresy, we head out.
No, Horus Heresy.
Horus Heresy?
Yeah, that's it.
Horse Heresy.
The Horse Heresy.
The horse, right?
Scared of
because
trains.
Blackstone Fortresses.
You know they
are,
poop
are,
the same amount.
Yeah.
Are scared of trains as well. So
They
it
shit the
works out
bed at
just
the
fine.
same amount too.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, just like on Terra. But yeah, sorry, Dave.
so they're discovered in the 33rd century, which seems interesting to me because the way that they're kind of introduced and discovered is that they're out. They're discovered in the Gothic sector, if you will, right?
Yes.
Just floating around. Now at this point, the emperor has been out with his kids, and they went looking and unified the whole world. You know, they went trick or treating and got.
They thought they were just going out for ice cream.
Yeah.
And then the emperor went to go sit cigarettes, and they never saw him again.
The emperor told them that they were all going to go get ice cream, but then he turns out that he's going to send them all on a galactic crusade to reunite humanity.
Got him.
Got him.
So
It's the
these things.
Primarch's dentists.
Yeah. What?
It's a Primarch's dentist trip. Because you lie about what you're doing. We're going to go get ice cream. I'm not explaining that anymore. It was funny. Fuck you.
You got that tumbleweed cricket noise queued up? You just hit that for me?
No, I just did a whistling commercial.
Just a whistling commercial? All right. It's close enough. So they go out there and they just magically discover them in the Gothic sector, areas that they've already been, you know. But we're like, well, hey, check it out. Look at these big-ass things that we never noticed before when we were murdering across the galaxy.
And these things are
unifying
huge.
They're massive. It makes no sense to
Yeah.
me.
So they just sort of appear.
So they find 6 of them.
Yes.
Yeah, they just kind of teleport into the Gothic sector, and they use them to break up the sector as Imperial bases.
What I love about it is they use them, like you said, as Imperial bases. They go in, tech priests kind of go in like, okay, let's weld all of our guns onto this
Well, it's because they couldn't power them up.
and do all of our kind of stuff. And they're using it as just like a giant ghost house that they attach guns to.
Yeah, so these things appear, they find them, and they've got no energy except for life support. Basically, they're good lord. Never mind. You know what? I was just going to make a Star Trek reference from like the past, so they find a ship, but never mind. I can't remember anything about it because I'm old, and I predate Blackstone Fortresses. Fully expected you to say that when you're
We
saying
all predate Blackstone Fortresses.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's true. When was the War in Heaven?
TBD.
No,
Yeah.
no one knows.
No one knows. Next Thursday.
I didn't research the War in Heaven, so
The War in Heaven is like, to me, one of the coolest parts of 40k lore.
Yeah.
So I get really excited anytime that I get to glean a little bit of knowledge from that long forgotten age.
well,
For sure.
then that's your homework for the next podcast, Danny.
'Cause
is you get to tell me and John about the War in Heaven.
I mean, I could tell you about the War in Heaven right now.
No, next time.
Save the content.
Yeah, come on.
Once upon a time,
No. No.
When a mommy and daddy hate each other very much, they create legions of races to fight each other.
to fight each other in deathless metal bodies.
Or fleshy, lithe ones.
Sure.
So now the Imperium has turned these kind of low power bases into like pretty much
Just big floating homes.
big floating homes, added some guns to them and things. And this is, we get to the point kind of in the year 40,000 where Abaddon learns of the Blackstone Fortresses.
Which is interesting because they've been around for 7,000 years, and Abaddon's done what?
He cried like a little
10
bitch inside the warp in his
he
dead
did not.
ship.
He's had 10
You have
crusades.
read The Talon of Horus. You know exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, come on.
Cried like a little bitch in his ship.
Best book ever. So he learns about it magically. This to me feels like Matt Ward writing of lore, unfortunately, because it's like I've been in the Imperium and attacked them 10 times now, and 11 times I've been on 11 crusades, and I've never heard of
Well-
these gigantic super ships. Boom. Message for you, sir.
I
Gigantic
feel-
super ships in the Gothic sector. Let's go.
Up until, I mean, this was obviously the, God, I keep on hitting my microphone today. This was obviously kind of the impetus for the specialist game Battlefleet Gothic.
Sure.
And kind of this is where a lot of this kind of lore comes from. So they had to make it important and had to make it seem like, oh yeah, Abaddon wants this really bad, and here's this giant chaos ship, you know, because Abaddon. So I understand that point there of kind of fitting it in lore wise to the selling of the game system. But it kind of fits. The only thing I don't really like about them is the same reason I don't like, say, a Death Star or a Star Killer base or kind of something along that. Is like your motivation is to get the super weapon. Go. What happens if he gets the super weapon? Bad stuff. It's a super weapon. You know, like that kind of. I'm not
Sure.
a fan of that kind of plot point and stories. But I like some of the way the gosh, I forgot what they were called there.
Blackstone Fortresses.
Blackstone Fortresses.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
It's a whole episode about
It's
Blackstone
a whole
Fortresses.
episode about
John.
Blackstone
Come on.
Fortresses. I forget the name of them. Yeah, but I like the fact that when the Imperium is occupying them, they are just floating
Naval
ghost
bases.
tall naval
Yeah.
bases. They're just like, okay, we're going to use this shed that we found in space.
They're like powered down.
They're
right?
powered
Yeah.
down. They're
They-
nothing special whatsoever.
Just life support up there.
Right.
And they, except for I guess the tech priest managed to decipher some and figure out, like one or
Yeah,
two of
he
the
was
weapon
able to kind of
systems.
like pull a couple of Duracell AA's out of it and
Right.
use it to power some guns he glued to the side of the ship.
Yeah, so but they're still big, huge. They're naval bases.
But
Other
it's the
ships dock
equivalent
there.
of like a tech priest figuring out how to quote unquote drive a truck by getting out behind and pushing it. Technically it works, sure, but there's way more that it can do. The interesting part for me is when Abaddon gets aboard and Abaddon kind of takes one over.
So,
Ooh.
all right. So Abaddon actually finds out by going to a different world about these Blackstone Fortresses and how to power them up and make them go boom and work. And I kind of like that. Like he just went out for took some ice cream for himself because he failed his 10th crusade and
As you
11th
do.
crusade.
He was actually
And he was-
guided by visions.
So Abaddon's guided by visions on a vision. He was on a spirit quest.
He went to
'Cause it's 2018.
an Eldar Crone world in the Eye of Terror.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then in the ancient kind of ruins of the place, a sorcerer told him, took him to like a special room, which had a tapestry of like flayed skin from like floor to ceiling, all over the place.
Yeah, like you do.
Abaddon read a prophecy on that skin because obviously where are you going to store your prophecies? Walls
Skins.
of flayed skin,
I mean, right.
I mean, it makes sense to
As
me.
you do, it's called the Eye of Terror, not the Eye of...
yeah, so he got it. There was the
Bounce it.
penumbra of prophecy.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, but it revealed there was 6 weapons
I
of.
wanted that to be so good, and you went with bouncy.
Yeah, I don't know. I said bounce it. That's a game.
Oh, bounce it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would have been better. I wish I'd heard that. I thought you said bouncy, and the only thing I pictured is instead of the Eye of Terror being full of demons and evil was suddenly
boobs.
just like bouncing bears, bounce house castles and stuff. Just
oh,
I
yeah.
went with boobs.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a prophecy told him about 6 weapons of huge power and to go out and catch them all. So Abaddon becomes Thanos at this point and goes to get the Infinity Fortresses.
He's already got the Infinity Gauntlet.
no.
The Gauntlet of Horrors.
No. This isn't a Dan Abnett written book, okay? There's not Marvel impetus here. He's not copying
In
something.
in this novel,
So Blackstone Fortress, there's 6 of them. He sets out on the 12th
they're
crusade.
not the Death Star.
Totally not the Death Star.
TM.
Actually, they're more Starkiller base level than Death Star.
What's a Starkiller base?
It's an
What?
entire planet. It's the
It's a
stupid
planet.
Death Star planet from the new Star Wars movie.
Oh,
First off, I
I
think you
forgot
mean-
what it was
Yeah.
called.
But no, throughout this, he's being kind of influenced by a crone called Mariana, who's like apparently like a former confidant of the Emperor himself. She tried to do like some weird voodoo magic to resuscitate the Emperor, and Terra got a little bit pissed about that, so she got kicked off and kind of fled to the Eye.
Well, of course, they don't want the Emperor.
Prudes.
Fucking bunch of prudes.
They don't want the Emperor to come back. He's perpetual. If he comes back, they lose the High Lords and everything. They all lose their power.
The Astronomicon.
But
Yeah.
that's another topic.
But the thought behind this is Moriana was actually a Satan in disguise that was kind of pushing Abaddon towards these Blackstone Fortresses and these weapons to kind of get them all destroyed. Because something that's very clear from the background history of these Blackstone Fortresses, the Necrons do not like these whatsoever.
Nope.
Interesting.
Well, they're designed to kill Necrons.
Well,
But they have Necron tech inside them too. But yeah, so Gothic War happens.
Yep.
Based on the Battlefleet Gothic game. Totally not Death Stars get taken by Abaddon.
I think they're more Death asterisks than stars.
He took 3 of them. So he
Oh.
managed to capture 3 of the 6 battle
they're in the Battlestars.
I thought he got all,
Battlestars.
I actually thought he got all
Battlestar
6.
Galacticas. No, he got 3 of them. And then he combined all of their fire and totally didn't Death Star a planet.
Yeah. So he figured out how to
But he
power
already
him up
has a
'cause he was
ship
told.
called the Planet Killer. What does he need the extra bases for? He can already kill planets.
There was a
So-
prophecy. There was skin on the
Yeah,
wall. What's he
skin.
going to do?
All right,
Come
that's
on.
fair.
He reads it in skin,
Yeah.
tells him to do something. He's going to be like, "Well, I already have that."
If I read something in Skin, then I'm going to do it. I mean, it sucks, but people's tattoos make me do weird things.
You're right. I do love your mom.
So the way that they're powered up is one of them can blow up a planet easily.
Sure.
Two of them can blow up, part of a
Two
star
planets?
system. No, because
But
so basically,
three of them
So there's
can blow up 3 planets.
planets.
Actually, 4.
So I kind of liken them more towards
Star
Power
Killer
Rangers.
base.
Yes, Star Killer base. Power Rangers and their Zords, because if you got 5 of them, they're good by themselves.
Okay.
But as soon as you combine them together, well, I'm sorry, would you have preferred Thundercats?
Question: do they connect together? Do they
by-
stack on top?
No, they're more like Captain Planet with their powers combined.
Okay, so do
And
they,
they're like Nurgle,
Yeah,
Zinch,
except that everybody else that wasn't.
Slanesh.
do they all shoot a point
Part.
and then that shoots a laser out of that
That's
point?
how
that
I
makes
imagine
extra
Sure, yeah.
powerful?
I mean, it's not. It wasn't written on skin, so I don't know the exact
Here's-
answer here.
here's-
Oh,
one of-
well, God, yeah, the skin is not ultra specific on how the prophecy works.
Here's the super kooky.
you don't
like,
question the skin when you're Abaddon. You just go, "Wow, it does what?"
Here's the super kooky bullshit 40k part of it, though. Is we love how goofy this game is, but they don't. When they're fully activated, they change shape to be chaos stars. Like when they're not activated, they're not chaos stars. I think they're like triangles or something like that.
They're
Like on the top when they're fully activated rotates.
Oh. Yeah, I've always thought that was
They're
just how they
flux
were all the
capacitors.
time.
Yeah,
John.
no. They rotate to be chaos stars. So like when evil Abaddon takes over and fully activates them, like,
Oh, man.
look, it was supposed to be they're chaos stars now.
I'm sure he's fucking twirling his mustache right then.
I can't wait for that new sculpt.
Well,
The new Abaddon with an evil
mustachioed Abaddon.
Abaddon with a mustache that curls up at the end like he's the evil villain from a
Ooh.
melodrama.
You know what? Like we joke about that, but I would love that.
Yeah, because it would mean a new Abaddon, and I'd be happy about that
Right?
too.
I could just
True.
shave off the mustache.
Could you though?
I wouldn't, but I could.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, at the end of the Gothic War,
Abaddon has all 6 and he's gone away.
no, he has 3.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
At the end of the Gothic War, Abaddon has 3 Blackstone Fortresses. The Imperium launches a massive assault on him.
So how many Blackstone Fortresses are left at the end of the Gothic War? Because I believe a couple of them got nuked.
Sure. So what happens, and this is, again, kooky stuff, is they launch this massive assault on Abaddon's Blackstone Fortresses. The Imperium goes in and they board. They send a boarding party into one of the Blackstone Fortresses. And as soon as they board Abaddon's Blackstone Fortresses, the 3 that the Imperium have disintegrate. And they're not even there. They're
There it
just
is.
over in their little sectors and stuff. So 3 just get destroyed by the Imperium stepping onto another Blackstone miles away.
An evil controlled
What?
Blackstone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
the lore.
That's the lore. I'm going to not read from my sheet here. With the power of 2 activated Blackstone...
Nice PowerPoint.
While the remaining Blackstone Fortresses in his possession was recaptured, when the aforementioned boarding party boarded the Blackstone Fortress that was recaptured, the remaining 3 in Imperial custody simultaneously disintegrated.
Do you think that was a trap that Abaddon left on them?
I think so.
Yeah, that makes
Because he
sense.
figured out how to activate it.
He figured out how to activate the self-destruct thing like Halo rings from the game
sure.
Halo. Yeah.
So now we're left with 3.
3. So 1 in
3
Imperial.
not Death Star, not Halo Ring.
Yeah.
Didn't doesn't Abaddon actually take it back though? Isn't it not actually 100% in their control by the end of it? Doesn't he have 3? Because he's got
Well, no, because that other one was destroyed too. So there's 2 left. So
Right.
the 3 got
Well,
disintegrated.
yeah. So
There's one
that's it.
left now.
They get on one of them and he blows it up.
Yeah.
With the other 2.
Yeah. So there's 2, both in Abaddon's possession.
Well, actually,
There's one left.
There's
right?
1 in Abaddon's possession
The
because
other one-
first off, what Abaddon does is he goes to Huron and he goes, "Here, man, here's a Blackstone Fortress."
yep.
Oh,
Here
In the
Blackheart.
most big dick swinging move I've ever seen because he's like, "Yeah, I have this all powerful planet killing weapon that could change the tide of any war, but I don't need it. You can have it.
Here you
I'm
go."
powerful enough as it is."
I'm
well, now
Abaddon.
he has 0 then.
He has 1 because so this is right after the 12th Black Crusade, right?
Not
So he has 2.
anymore.
right after the Badab War.
Badab War. So now with our fall of Cadia, Abaddon takes his last one, the only one that he has in his possession,
Right.
to Cadia. Dave.
So before that, the third one that gets blown up was actually it doesn't get blown up. They maintain control of it, and they lose it to Necrons, and that's when they blow it up. Necrons came to take it. Necron super fleet. And take the third one. They blow it up. They kill the Necrons. So he gives the other one. He's like, well, I can't have two of these. It's too good. I'll give one over here to Huron. And Huron's like, gee, thanks, Abaddon. You're the best. And then they launch the 13th Black Crusade.
Yep.
Headed for Cadia.
Yes, with their big old base. And we got some...
They go with both of them.
Yeah, and
they
they
bring
have
them
some
both.
big old base-on-base combat between the phalanx of the Imperial Fists and the Planet Killer. Ooh.
So you got a combined force of Eldar and the Imperium launch to try to take out one of the Blackstone Fortresses as on its way. So they're side by side. They can only fight one of them. And the Chaos fleets were so massive they couldn't even take it. It was like, we got this. Nope, just kidding. So you get there. They get there. He's doing his Black Crusade. At this point, you got these Star Killers
Blackstone
these Blackstone
Fortresses.
Fortresses that can blow up Cadia and end Cadia right there. But he's not. So,
I think we have like a Death Star style shield around Cadia at this point still.
Okay.
Sure. But anyway, Bing Bam Boom. We did a Fall of Cadia episode a long time ago.
It was good. You
It
should
was
listen
really
to
good.
it. I wasn't on it.
They blow up Blackstone Fortress. And like everyone celebrates, like, yay, Imperial victory. One of the Blackstone Fortresses is destroyed. But then Abaddon like hits a button on his wrist gauntlet, and then he turns the falling debris into missiles that shoot into Cadia.
Like a ninja star.
Like a ninja star.
Like it was just a
And
trap
that's-
the whole time.
And that's what blows up Cadia, is the Imperium destroying the Blackstone Fortress.
How is it that Abaddon fails at so many Black Crusades? Like,
Now see, he doesn't.
when did he fail?
he's failed at all of them. That's why he's had to have 13.
Yeah, but-
Just saying.
There's just 13 different campaigns with 13 different objectives.
Sorry, when you call it the Black Crusade X, it just sounds like you
Well,
failed
he
on the
doesn't
previous
call
one.
them that. The Imperium calls them that.
Right. The
propaganda.
losers.
Yeah.
They still say that Katie is alive.
So there's one. There's one
it's in
Blackstone.
pieces.
There's one Blackstone Fortress left.
And Huron is
and-
piling it away before Abaddon can fly.
and
to
it's
another
it's
planet.
in the Maelstrom right now, and that's where in book 3 of the Gathering Storm, that's where Gulliman is held prisoner by Zinch and
Yep. That's where he gets taken.
until he gets broken out by Cypher. Bing bang boom, they do a bunch of cool gun stuff,
And the Yanari.
and the Yanari things, strength from death all over the goddamn place, and then they get out, and that is kind of like the last.
That's when they clean the Blackstone Fortress and pilot it back into space and park it above Terra, right?
What?
Oh no, that's just the way I wished it had happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. It's
Got it.
You had me going there for a second. I was like, "What?
wait, what?
Didn't you read the Gathering Storm books? Come on.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, that's what would happen if I'd have written it.
But
Filled
yeah.
it full of Primaris and called
I
it
would
a
have
day.
had Gilliman die.
Yeah, I would have too. Again, but yeah. So that's the last
I
one.
would have, Dave. Don't look at me like
Son
that.
of a bitch.
Yeah, I am.
So yeah, they
Get
fled
out.
through the webway from the Blackstone Fortress, and now like, there's just one Blackstone Fortress remaining, which is full of riches. Maybe, who knows? For Warhammer Quest,
So
Gathering Storm.
all right, so there you go. That's the history of Blackstone Fortresses.
Unless they found a new one,
Unless they find a new one.
so
which is what I would assume, right? I mean,
Well, so the note that they put out.
Unless we're
from-
getting a new Hero
from-
and Blackheart model.
oh,
Spicy takes.
Oh shit!
I didn't even think of that.
You know what the rumor has been there would be that.
Fucking genius.
You know what?
New Chaos Space Marines, new Hero and Blackheart.
Hold on. The rumor has a new Abaddon sculpt coming out, potentially with this box set or something close to it, tied to it. But I would jizz like an old man in a pair of Depends.
If it came
for
with a
Huron
painting handle.
Why
Blackheart.
does it have to be so visual with this?
I want you to know exactly how excited I am for it.
I mean, I have a pretty good idea.
Gross.
You could feel my boner from here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're super hyped for Warhammer Quest. Like, Danny, I know, Dave, you probably helped create the first edition. Danny,
I did. Yeah.
I know I played the first edition of like the Fantasy Warhammer Quest a ton.
I played it.
All
a
right.
bit.
So let's talk a little
I
bit
played it
about
on my phone a lot,
I played on my phone a lot,
dude.
too.
That is a
It's so
great
good.
game.
Yeah,
That is a great app.
Everything's got to be on the phone.
It's really good.
That is a great pooping game, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave told me today, he's like, hey, I watched him. I was a little late today coming in, and Dave is sitting on his phone playing solitaire, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Dave. Like,
I really
that's what
enjoy
my
it. What do you
mom
want from me?
plays. And he goes, oh, it's really great for pooping. Well, let me tell you what a great pooping game
Oh, I
is.
missed a good opportunity.
Doom Wheel.
Say, that,
to
say
poop?
that's what my mom plays again.
No.
I won't.
Damn it. All right. So, Blackstone Fortresses is a Warhammer Quest styled game.
But
It's
for
styled after
40K.
Silver Tower, but it's for 40K. And Silver Tower is based off of the original Warhammer Quest, and then which was based entirely off of Advanced Hero Quest and Hero Quest.
Yes.
Okay. Warhammer Quest was originally released in '95. It was actually a fairly big success because
Yeah.
it's something you could sit down with a group of friends and just kind of play a couple games.
I remember something I would go to the
I think John
GW
is playing
store.
a pooping game right
Yeah,
now.
I think it was something I would go to the GW store and play.
Yeah.
They would have like the Warhammer Quest set up in the center tables, in GW Aberdeen, and I would just totally.
Those miniatures were so cool back in the day, too.
sure.
Oh,
Like,
totally. Yeah, and they outdid themselves when they redid Silver Tower. There's the miniatures for that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
thing is they went ahead and advanced it so that you could have pretty much just one of every type of character. So if you had an Age of Sigmar model, you could use it in places.
Yeah, in the app, it was great.
But
Yeah.
that Pit Fighter for the first Warhammer Quest was one of my favorite models.
Oh,
yeah.
that guy's awesome.
So
I still
for-
have him, by the way.
I was the Imperial Noble in Warhammer Quest. I loved his giant nose.
Obviously,
I was the Elf Ranger.
Obviously.
I was
Yeah.
the Pit Fighter. But so Warhammer Quest is the way it's played is you draw out and lay out random tiles. In the new version of Silver Tower, you're actually trying to fight your way through to defeat the Gaunt Summoner, and you have to collect the pieces from different tiles.
And that
board
Gaunt
sections.
Summoner is an amazing model.
He's super
Totally.
cool.
Very amazing. Like the sculpting that there's going to be with this box set has me super excited.
Well,
already.
we've seen it already a little bit, right? With the preview of the Rogue
So-
Trader and the
Janice
Recruit.
Drake, the Rogue Trader. So some of the models that they have previewed, and also at the time of us recording this, it isn't revealed completely yet. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. If you're listening on Saturday and you're like, "What? They've already announced the names of everybody else." We didn't know. Okay,
I know there's an Eldar Ranger as
It's
one
Tuesday.
of the models.
It's so you've
Yeah,
got
if you watch the video.
you got
No.
Janice Drake, very pompous looking, weird lion.
You know, I said earlier in the
Lionel.
week in our group
He's
chat
smoking.
here, he looks like a Street Fighter character. He doesn't. He looks like a what was that other fighting game before Street Fighter? It was
Before Tekken.
No.
no.
Street Fighter is like the
I was going to
first
say Street
fighting
Fighter was
game.
pretty much one of the first.
It
but
was the one before it, but he looks like a character.
Mortal
from-
Kombat?
No, he looks like. It'll come to me. I'm gonna Google stuff, but yeah.
Cruisin' USA,
No, it was Mega something.
Skate or Die.
Yeah, Skate or Die.
Buck Hunter World.
Ooh. Have you ever? So
Yes, I
here's
played
a
the shit
question.
out of some Buck Hunter. And,
No.
and
Have you ever played it drunk?
yes,
It is.
they
the
used to have
best.
it at the club. Well, they called it Club O back then, but the Oasis
Okay.
was this tiny dive bar. Just had
Dude.
it. We used to go there and play 4-player version of that. It was amazing. That's beside the point. I'd play that. Let's do Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress Hunter.
Oh, that sounds
I would
awesome.
play the shit out of that.
Play shit out of that.
We should drink a bunch of Four Loko and play it.
Yeah, we will.
Do you know a place that's got it in town? We'll go do it this weekend.
I was talking
I'll
about
set a
Warhammer
camera
Quest.
app.
Yeah, I was talking about
sorry, I
Warhammer
was talking
Quest.
About Buck Hunter.
I
we'll
mean,
go.
Final
That's
Fight. He looks like a character from Final Fight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
sure.
the Crew Hunter model though, absolutely fantastic
Man.
looking. Very, very characterful.
So,
Dude,
and they previewed other stuff. You've got an Eldar Ranger that's there. He's, or that's what it looks like.
there's
The
a
Crew
weird guy with a
Hunter.
hammerhead.
All right. I feel like I don't know what kind of character that could be.
I feel like it's got to be Mechanicus.
yeah.
I'm kind of feeling the same way. So supposedly the Eldar and the Kroot are allies of the Imperium they've worked with before, so that's why they're there.
Right.
The other ones seem to all be Imperial. So you've got the guy with the helmet, or the hammerhead. You got a guy with hook hand or something,
I
or
thought it looked like a grappling
hook.
launcher.
Yeah, grappling hook launcher. That's what it was. And then you've got a big robot.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of robot that is.
So I've looked a couple times. It's similar to a Castellan.
Kinda.
It's similar to a Castellan and similar to I looked it up earlier and I should have written it down. One of the 40 or one of the 30K.
Castellax?
No, it's not the Castellax. I want to say it starts with like a D. Anyway.
Oh, the Domitar pattern?
Yeah,
Or
that's it.
Dominar pattern?
Yeah, that's it. It's similar. It's kind of like a
It's
cross
the
between the
Domitar.
two.
I think it's Domitar.
But it doesn't quite fit either one. And the only thing I can think of is, you remember during our Mechanicus episode, John, we talked about the Wanderer
Yeah.
Castellan that was out there like that.
Maybe it was. You think it's him?
I'm thinking it might be him.
Nice.
You know, kind of a lone.
Getting a real
Ranger.
Lost in Space vibe from this group.
He has a punchy fist and a shooty fist. So that's cool right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Right.
Because normal Castellans don't have
It's like a
those
little
kinds of
baby
options.
dread.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you've either got punchy fists or shooty fists. So,
Yeah, you can't have both. You got to pick.
well, and see, it was the shooty fist that had me thinking it wasn't a Castellan, because it's not a shooty fist at all. It's like a shooty arm, you know.
Sure.
The missed opportunity not making one to look like Indiana Jones, though.
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure. But holy shit, if they release an Eldar Ranger with an Indiana Jones hat, I'm
Oh.
gonna lose my goddamn mind.
So you just can't
We
put
could make that
I was
happen.
going to say you just can't put a fedora on it, milady.
So using these in 40K, I'm sure that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be 40k rules for these guys.
Probably as individual characters,
Yeah.
but not as a group. Not like with the.
The Kroot will make the Tau Codex even better.
I'm thinking that if it's an Eldar Ranger character that's not affiliated to a craft world, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure.
The images they've revealed have got him in kind of white armor. So
That would get me cheaper HQ than 55 points, hopefully.
Sure.
so
Just to be completely selfish with the whole thing.
That's what I did right off the bat.
Yeah, yeah.
So at this point, as you're listening to this, guys, odds are, knowing at the speed that they're revealing the Blackstone stuff daily,
I think it's going up for pre-order
it's going-
today.
I feel like it's going up for pre-order today. Now that's total speculation, but
It's
yeah,
going up for pre-order today. If we're wrong, then just hit Dave.
Plus, as you're listening to this, yeah, fly to Alaska and hit me. That'd be awesome.
Hashtag Dave's always wrong on Twitter.
That's good. That's
Hashtag Dave lied about Blackstone Fortresses. Go to
How about let's just keep it short. Dave lies.
Yeah. And just any Warhammer community post you respond to, use that hashtag.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll know what you mean. We'll know what you mean.
Where's my
true.
Primorks? Dave said.
oh.
Dave lies.
Now I'm gonna go out and buy one of those Hulk figurines and cut its legs off at the knees and attach a bunch of wheels, Castellax tracks. And
What are you talking
no,
about?
I really want to make that thing we talked about earlier, the Primork with the tracked legs and Master
He's
Blaster.
got to
guy
go.
riding
He's
on
got to
top.
go faster.
It's got to
Yeah.
go faster.
It's
Yeah.
gonna- obviously, his tracks will be red.
But yeah, we're excited for Blackstone Fortress. If you guys are excited for Blackstone Fortress,
So want it. CSM sculpts.
yeah, we're gonna
Supposed to be new
Chaos Space Marine sculpts?
in there.
I think that they've teased some of them in
Yes.
the previews, like that backpack piece.
The one with the dials and stuff on it.
Yeah,
no.
So in the
Go
Go
ahead, John.
no, please.
Okay, so in
Jesus
the
fucking
rumor
Canadians.
mill, the rumor machine or whatever it's called, there's a like a dragon head that looks like a backpack mint from one of the old sorcerers,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's
okay.
new. So I think there's going to be a new chaos sorcerer in the kit,
Yes.
Cool.
which
Yeah.
would be awesome
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it would be.
A non Thousand Suns Chaos Sorcerer would
for
be
sure.
rad.
It'd be really cool.
If by the time you're hearing this, they've announced it as the Red Corsair's Fortress has drifted out of the Maelstrom or out of the Eye of Terror and into.
Or maybe Bobby
Imperium
G's
space.
just like, leave that shit alone. He imprisoned me, and then everyone's like, let's go make money.
Yeah.
I
Well,
heard
so-
there was neat stuff in here.
Where am I supposed to not go?
So the first reveal they had for Blackstone Fortress has it appear that a new one has just boom kind of appeared in space. And when they first talked about it, when they did the Janice Draic conversation, like such and such redacted has appeared at the edge of such and such redacted, and thing they did, they're like, what could that be? It could have been a couple different things. It could have been a big ass space Hulk, which is kind of what I was hoping for Gene Stealer cults, because it would have tied in with that.
That would have been cool too.
Blackstone Fortress is awesome, but it's got to be. It feels like it has to be a new one. Like they run into the Chaos Marines there, not that it's the home of the Chaos Marines. Because let's be honest, if Huron Blackheart this is his house, a
These
rogue
things
trader
are-
isn't going to go looking for it.
These things are massive, though. Massive. Like, even if Huron's entire warband is on there, that is a tiny portion of that shit.
Yeah, but they have it. Huron has it powered up because
But if
Abaddon
they-
showed them how to power it up. Which means you're
If
gonna
they
have the
fly,
sensors, you're
if
gonna
they
have all sorts
fly
of stuff.
towards it, right, and they stay like radio silent and they just sneak on one big Was it the Rick and Morty thing? Let's go. One quick adventure, 20 minutes in and out. Let's go.
7 days later.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think it's one of those situations. So I think it's an existing Blackstone.
Well, obviously it's an existing Blackstone.
I think it's. I'm saying it's not a new one. I think it's. I want to
the
say it's either Huron's one or it's one that's. Or this is going to be like a period game. As weird as that is to say.
Jesus.
I know. I can't. It's been a long time since I've used the standing mic stand.
Yeah, it's like a whole week.
But it's going to be like a period game
Okay.
where it's like set in the past before they all blew up. Like maybe during
So
the
Red
Gothic War.
Corsairs applies actually
Yeah. So maybe during the Gothic War, where there's like 5 different ones.
because it's a period game.
That'd be cool. I'm excited. Dave, can you
like I'm
stop
walking through
talking
the
about
snow
your?
again.
Can you please stop talking about your period game? Nobody wants to play that.
No.
Are you kidding me? Menstruation 40Ks is the best way to go.
God,
Oh no.
nobody wants that.
All right. Well, that was Blackstone Fortresses.
Yep.
Right.
Fuck God.
No.
That was Mob Rules tonight. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
We'll be right back.
Dude, I'm the best. I took first place at another tournament.
First off, stop with the thunder and lightning. You don't impress me. And second, let me check out the BCP rankings. And I don't see you on there.
What?
Your TO needs to download the Best Coast Pairings app and run events on it. After the event, the results are uploaded into BCP rankings, and the best part, it's easy and free.
But I play multiple game systems.
No big deal. The BCP app can be used for any game. A ton of events every weekend are using it, from major international tournaments to local stores. And now that it's available on Android devices, you're going to have some serious competition.
There can be only one.
BCP Rankings is a fun and exciting way to measure how you or your team stack up. No matter what you play, your score goes to an overall ranking. Or compete to be the best in a game, a circuit, a region, or the world.
Download the app or visit www.bestcoastpairings.com for more info.
Best Coast Pairings.
Are you the best?
You know, I like that we run that ad because I really like Best Coast Pairings a lot.
I do too.
And hopefully that we got everything sorted out for Jordan because it seemed like he was having some trouble. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard from him since. So
hopefully, Jordan, hopefully you got your stuff going on. And if
Hopefully
not,
you're alive, buddy.
yeah.
behind the curtain.
But I really wish that was slightly shorter.
Nah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's good.
It's time for them to do a new one.
It's good. It's a good break.
I was going to
length.
ask if it got updated because I feel like I hear new things in it.
No,
but-
it's the same one.
All I hear is thunder and lightning.
Yeah, it's the
and
same
somebody
one.
calling somebody else.
Are you the
Wow,
best?
you're like our very own Foley guy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll be here. I'll be here all week.
Now slap some meat on a table so it sounds like you punched me.
Hey, so there's some voicemails that have been left. It's been a while since we've done some of these.
Hi, it's Russell from England. I thought I'd take advantage of the fact that I have a US SIM card and not going to get hit by fees for ringing the number, although I can't help but notice that the phone number's based in Nevada. Anyway, yeah, thought I'd just ring and say hi, and you'll probably play this on the show.
Man, and you're right.
He's prophetic.
And we did. And yeah, the phone number is based out of Nevada. I don't know why. I could choose whichever state it was.
I could tell you why. It's cheap. It's probably cheaper to run out of Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Or could you pick any state you
You
wanted
pick
to?
any state you wanted to.
Oh,
So
man,
I
we should have
picked
had to
Nevada.
go to a weird place like North Dakota.
What else have we got here?
Hi, this is Callie calling from your CVS pharmacy. I'd just like to let you know that your anal wart removal cream, your butt plugs, and your Viagra are now in. And we also got those extra small condoms that you needed. So please go ahead and let me know when you'll be coming in so I can set those aside for you. Thank you and have a great day.
No, I think it's great that Dave finally has a number to leave for that stuff.
Yeah, I really wish you wouldn't use like our
our mailbox
Yeah,
for that.
seriously.
But I'm glad he's being safe.
yeah. Me too.
Ironically, Anchorage number, so that's someone we know.
For real?
For real?
That's great.
Oh, so we'll find you, and we'll make sure Dave gets his extra small condoms. That's the important thing.
And the anal wart cream.
And then Russell called back to leave an opinion.
Since I didn't leave a 40k opinion, I'll just add, why doesn't John win tournaments? He takes cheese lists every time.
Aha! Joke's on you. I don't win tournaments. I come in second.
Well, he said, "Why don't you?"
Oh, why don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, because I take cheese lists every time. Because generally I don't play enough to play my list well. I generally go with pretty good lists, but I just need to play them more to get good at it. So like the Elder list I have right now, I'm pretty good at playing. I just haven't adjusted it to the meta recently.
Sure. And I think like part of it too is just having the experience of playing against a bunch of different opponents too really helps kind of shape, because not only do you have to understand your list, but you also have to understand your opponent's list.
Yes. That's the super important part.
All right.
But that's about all the things we've had over in the voicemail box for the past month. The numbers up on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Dave has to go to a pharmacy.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Earl Hagen was a legend. In 1960, he whistled his way into Hollywood and into our hearts. Decades later, he made a comeback, lending those lustrous lips in the 1980s to such bands as the Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, and Pat Benatar. A half-century after his humble beginnings, he's at it again. This time without cumbersome musical accompaniment, he'll have you wetting your whistle and whistling along. His new album, Earl Whistles Disney, is sure to be a hit with all generations. Order now and receive a bonus album, Earl Whistles More Shit, a collection of previously unreleased material of Earl's favorite songs through the years. On this bonus album, he demonstrates his newly mastered technique of inward whistling. Order yours today on compact disc or double-length cassette. Also available at fine retailers such as Walgreens, CVS, and participating Sam Goody stores. Earl Whistles Disney. Buy it today.
Now, through the power of radio, many of you may not have noticed that Dave actually left halfway through that last segment.
I think you mean right at the beginning of that segment.
And then didn't come back until like the end.
No, I was here the whole time when he's talking about it.
So glad that you waited and didn't go during a commercial.
There was no waiting.
Yeah, so I think
gross. It's not gross. So when you're drinking about 2 gallons of water a day as part of your weight loss to help you stay hydrated so you don't retain water.
Sure.
You have to pee a lot. So
yeah, no,
Fair.
I understand.
Yeah, I understand how bodies work.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. So yeah, that's been it for Mob Rules episode 90. Join us next time where it looks like we're going to make Danny kind of fangirl over the war in heaven. Maybe a couple other really nice fun
can't wait
things
for
here
that
too.
assignment.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I got that taken care of.
I'm excited. And then if anyone at GW wants to throw a wrench in that plans and send us some stuff to review instead.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
right on
I
ahead.
will happily review.
I wouldn't complain about that either.
Yeah.
You know what? Anything that's on that list, actually send it to us to review. There isn't anything that made me sad.
You know, I don't even want anything on that list. Just a Gene Stealer Cult Codex is all we want.
I would really like one of those.
You're out on that one, by the way. When that one shows up, it's me and Danny doing the Gene Stealer Cult stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll just sit here with all of the equipment. Oh, and on that note, I'm gonna hit
and mate.
Gonna hit the buttons on my soundboard talking into my microphone. And for Mob Rules, I've been John.
I've been Dave.
I've been Danny.